Howdy, stranger. I'd like to talk a little bit about my song New Phone Who Dis, or Expiration Date. It's probably the song that you're here because of. It's certainly my song with the furthest reach, although a great many of you have been here since before I even started writing it, and you might be privy to this information. I don't think I've spoken at great length with more than a handful of people about this. But you might know that this song came about shortly after we lost someone very important to this community. My friend Dylan, who it's very easy to speak highly of the dead. It is very, very easy to romanticize who someone was when they're not there to show who they are. Even had Dylan never passed, it would be so easy to go on about the ridiculous extent to which he shows love to everyone he meets. I frequently say I love you, stranger, because I think that that's important. I am religious. This isn't about that, but I do believe that we are meant to love everyone we meet. And I don't believe I've met anyone in person greater at doing that than my friend Dylan. I often say that Dylan made my Discord server magical because he introduced D&D and he carried the weight of the first sessions by himself and really just kind of made everyone feel welcome and did such a good job of introducing people to something that is kind of daunting. And he was the kind of guy who was around more often than not and always there when you needed someone to talk to or distract you. And we miss him a lot. But this song isn't actually about him, or even really for him. The song is because shortly after he passed, I was very in my head about not just my relationship to Dylan, but my relationship with all of the people I've loved through the years. And sort of how I may not be a bad friend, but certainly I've been bad at being a friend. It's often said that love is an action, and I think that's true. And there are times where I certainly don't make it actionable, and I don't know where that comes from. And I don't know exactly where that comes from in myself. And that's sort of what I make music for. It is a tool for me to understand myself better and to express to people the things that I struggle to communicate. So the song is sort of me exploring why I have a tendency to leave people on read or not even read their messages. And it's because I often don't have the energy, which is not an excuse to not be kind or thoughtful, but it is certainly something that is hard to work through, and so I do continue to try and be a better friend to the people I care about. And I think I've made about that much progress since releasing this 2.5 years ago. I was astounded at the reception of the song because it's very easy to feel like you are unique in your suffering or that you are an extra special kind of piece of shit. But I think that very few things are novel. I think very few things are unique. I think that we mostly have the same shared experience, and a lot of us struggle with the same things. And while I do get some comments saying to keep in touch isn't hard, and I am very thankful there are people like that in the world, I get more comments than not that say something like keeping in touch is hard, or this hurt, or I wasn't looking to cry. And recently, actually, kind of unrelated, I got a comment, related enough, it was on this song. I got a comment that said, how do you feel knowing that you've made people feel this way? And I responded with and hold true that I don't make people feel things. People are already feeling things. I'm just doing my best to find some words, mostly for me, but it is a huge, huge honor that so many people resonate with the words I find. Thank you for listening. I love you, stranger. This song is called New Phone Who Dis, Expiration Date. Because I'm pretentious and I like to name things twice. Every friend I make has got an expiration date. They'll either die or drift away, and I'm not sure which one hurts more until they're dead. And I wish they'd run somewhere, making friends with someone who will remember all their birthdays, who never fails to send a card. To keep in touch is hard, so I make friends with no pretenses. We'll drift apart, it's no offense, just didn't have the energy. Someday you might hear from me, but I won't call till I'm too alone, and I'll get a stranger on the phone. It's weird to hear your voice the same. Everything I know about you changed. We act as though we spoke just yesterday. Nothing's changed, same old story, brand new day. We end the call with we'll speak soon. We both know the truth is you're better off without me. You're better off without me. You're all better off, you're all better off, and I'm better off alone. You're better off without me, I know. You're better off without me, I hope you're better off, hope you're better off. Better off alone. Everyone I know will someday suddenly outgrow me some way, and I'll be left alone to bide my time. I'll be fine till I'm not. I'll make new friends, I swear. We'll hang out every weekend. We'll do our best to speak each day till there's nothing left to say. Life gets in the way, so we drift apart. It's no offense, because we shook hands with no pretense. We just didn't have the energy. Someday you might hear from me, but I won't call till I'm too alone, and I'll get a stranger on the phone. I wonder when you changed your number. Losing touch is such a bummer, but I act as though I don't need anyone or anything. There's nothing friendship does for me, because I feel I'm still alone in company. Something must be wrong with me, so you're better off without me. You're better off without me. You're all better off, you're all better off, and I'm better off alone. You're better off without me, I know. You're better off without me, I hope you're better off, I hope you're better off. I'm better off alone. Every friend I make has got an expiration date. They'll either die or drift away, and I'm not sure which one hurts more till they're dead. Initially, I was recording this for Patreon, but because of how many people in my community Dylan affected, I want to release this one publicly, because I believe there are people in the community who may need to hear this and might want to talk about it. So I'm going to release this one on YouTube, and I hope no one feels cheated out of content. I promise there's more behind the music coming very soon. Thank you so much for listening. I love you, strangers.